Today we're looking at the Travis Scott Fragment Air Jordan 1 set to drop in September, and there's a rich history behind this shoe whether you like them or not. So let's go ahead and unbox these first because this is a switch up from the previous two collaborations from Travis Scott and Fragment. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know by now, my name is DJ and this is the DNA Show. So as you can see, one thing that is semi-consistent is the Travis Scott and Fragment branded, Nike branded, Jumpman branded, whatever you like to call it. It's got a bunch of different logos all throughout this shroud, but you're gonna notice every single text logo is in blue, and then when you peel that off you'll notice that the box is all over sail colored with a white logo on the Nike branding, and that's going to be more in a shiny finish on the text with the Nike in the swoosh on the lid and the side of the box. And don't worry, I will be comparing these to the high top and low top from the past, so stay tuned for that as well. Now continuing on the box, it reads Air Jordan 1 Low OGSP for special projects, sail, military blue, black. Now taking the lid of the box off, first thing that you're going to notice is the lid is all blue on the inside, and you also have a slight hit with the pink Nike swoosh branding as well. Now looking at the paper, classic to your Travis Scott, and also with the Fragment hit like we've seen from the previous releases, you're gonna have that same type of branding on the shroud, but now in a black text all throughout the pink paper. Peeling that back, you're gonna have another set of white paper, and then each shoe is actually gonna come individually wrapped in another set of white paper. So as we unwrap the shoe, you'll notice that you have a very nice shoe inside of here, and then you got the shoe. Oh, you got the shoe. Now before we dive into all the details, because trust me, there's a lot of different switch ups from the previous release to these, and the materials are pretty crazy. You know we got to talk about the history first. Taking it all the way back to 2003, Hiroshi Fujiwara founded Fragment Design. This was considered as a multifaceted entity. It served as a brand, a design agency, and a consultancy. The first official collaboration with Fragment and Nike actually was in 2010, where they had an Asia exclusive tennis classic release where you'll notice this white pair with the gold hits, and then eventually they ended up releasing other pairs in the future after that. Now one of the more notable Fragment releases with Nike and especially Jordan brand was the 2014 Fragment Air Jordan 1 High OG. This was a sneaker that was pretty hard to get, very sought after. The Jordan 1 was starting to create a whole new momentum in 2015. It was kind of expensive, but then next thing you know, it started to shoot up more and more and more and became a several $1,000 sneaker. This shoe became grail status for a lot of sneakerheads, and still to this day, a shoe that a lot of people would love to have in their collection. That was over 10 years ago, and there has been tons of collaborations from Fragment and Jordan brand alone. Don't even get me started with the Jordan 3 sample. Whew, that blue pair, those are crazy. And we're not even going to talk about the multiple releases expected to drop in 2026 with the Fragment and Union collaborations. So let's just stay on topic for a second and get back to 2019 when the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1s came out. Releasing shortly after each other, we had the high top and the low top Travis Scott Air Jordan 1s release, and these set the game on fire. I'm sure you guys remember the Super Bowl performance, the special drops, the different European releases, and all the other shock drops that happened during this time. I vividly remember Adam Levine wearing the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 during the time of the Super Bowl performance, and he had the 6s on, which were then releasing later in the year. It was a crazy time in sneaker history with all the shoes dropping and the special collaborations, and just resale prices were insane at the time. And since we saw this low top Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott release, there's been like 7 or 8 colorways to release since the 2019 drop. Even though still I personally think this is the best one out of the bunch, but that's just my opinion. We'll do a ranking video soon because now that we got these, I think it's time. So then shortly about a year and a half after that Travis Scott release with the ones, we started to hear rumors about a Fragment collaboration, pictures leaking online, and next thing you know, we got a high top and low top version releasing shortly after each other, back-to-back months. The high top came first, just like the OG, and then the low top came shortly after that a few weeks later. These did the same exact thing when they came out. High demand, high resale, hard to get, sneaker of the year, everybody was wearing them, everybody wanted them, you name it, same scenario just 2 years later. So at this point, it was a rinse and repeat process. They knew it was gonna work and they won, and everybody was happy that got the shoes. And now 4 years later, we have the new version of the Travis Scott Fragment colorway releasing, and honestly, a lot of people got some strong opinions. I cannot wait to show you guys the poll results at the end of this video. But for now, since you got a little bit of history about the shoes and kind of know where we've gotten to this point, let's go ahead and talk about the details first. Today's partner is Sneaker Throne. They have multiple options when it comes to durable and high quality display cases. One of my personal favorites is the drop side display case. I'm a size 13 and I can easily fit my shoes inside of here, and I have hundreds of these stacked throughout my rooms to display my sneakers. When it comes to the cases in particular, you have 4 different color options: clear, black, white, and red. So if you're looking at grabbing one of these for yourself or for someone else, make sure you guys check out sneakerthrone.com, and don't forget to use the discount code DNA Show at checkout for 10% off of all your orders. Starting with the bottom of the shoe, you have your classic Air Jordan 1 retro style OG bottom, and then you're gonna have that all royal blue throughout. Wrapping up to the midsole right here, you're gonna notice that's gonna be all in that sail color with the sail stitch. And another key detail like we saw on the high top in the previous low top as well with the Fragment collaborations and other Fragment releases in the past as well, you have that same thing here on the inside. It says fall 25, and then it has information about the tooling code and Travis Scott and Hiroshi. And then taking it to the upper, this is something that a lot of people have been raving about compared to the previous release, because people really like the materials on the previous low top, but it was more of a smooth leather, and this time it's covered in a tumbled leather. The overall feel and touch of the leather feels great, the look of it looks great, and it just screams nice quality collaboration. Now, one thing that I love about these Travis Scott collaborations as well is you have the 8 lace holes at the top, which is similar to the OG style and something they have been getting back to with the newer retros as well. But even on this previous release, it had the 8 holes in the big swoosh as well. So they kept that consistency on this pair and gave us that reverse swoosh on the outside and the big swoosh on the inside. Now, if you look at the high top pair, you'll notice you have a black swoosh on the outside and a black swoosh on the inside. And on the low top pair, you'll notice you have a sail swoosh on the outside and a black swoosh on the inside. So similar to the low top pair, it's kind of got that reverse type of vibe or a different color on the inside. So I like how they kept somewhat of a consistency with that, even though the overall color blocking isn't the same as the original low top release. Now, another thing that I really like about the materials and the overall cuts and finish, you're gonna see it has that different color on the lining of the cut of everywhere throughout the shoe. Kind of have more of a, I guess you would say, a red undertone to it, a brown undertone to it. It kind of helps separate the shoe a little bit because it's an all white sneaker and help you see the different panels of the shoe at the same time. Now, when it comes to the tongue, you're gonna notice you have that sail colored tongue as well with the black lining around the top end of the tongue, and you have a white patch with the Nike Air branding in royal blue. These come standard with a pair of all black flat wax laces. An additional set of laces as well are gonna be your blue, your sail, and your pink on those. Now, if you notice on the original release, these come with a pair of sail laces, standard lace in there, and then they have black, blue, and pink. Yo, just real quick, wanted to interrupt and let you guys know we're getting very close to 400,000 subscribers, so make sure you hit that sub button because I cannot wait to do this giveaway. Let's continue on with the video. Now, one big difference that you're gonna notice on this new retro is it's like a doubre, an extra set of laces. What exactly is it? Let's look a little bit closer. If you notice, it's actually more of a woven lace system that's kind of similar to like a finger trap, but it has tips on the end of it and it just wraps around both ways. This is something that you can easily take out or keep inside there if you wanted to. Now, looking at the collar of the shoe, this is honestly very, very similar to the first release with the low top, so that's gonna be all over royal blue there. And then on the inside of the sock liner, you're gonna notice you have an all pink sock liner with the Nike Air branding. When it comes to the overall insole and the quality of them, you're gonna notice it's kind of more of that cheaper blue insole, but they definitely upgraded when it comes to the overall materials, presentation, boxing, and every other element. So I can understand, I get it, we always want that polyurethane insole, but typically on Jordan 1s, we don't really get that often, more on the higher number retros. Now, going to the back end of the shoe, you'll notice there's going to be different hits on here. So on the left foot, you'll see the Travis Scott face with the Cactus Jack branding with the white stitch on the blue tab, and then on the right foot, you're going to notice you have your Air Jordan Wings logo stitched in with your Fragment branding here with the black hit. One thing that I can say about the black logos on the back of these, they don't look like they're stamped in as much and imprinted into the leather like the previous release from 2021. Now, another thing that I want to mention as well when it comes to the tongue, we noticed the classic hit for the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1s. The inside of the tongue, there's a patch right here, and it's a black patch with the red Cactus Jack branding, and then it's going to be on the right side of the tongue on the right foot, as you notice right here. But this is not consistent to the original releases and how they went about those, and they kind of switched those up as well from the high top and the low top. So if you look at the low top on the right foot, you'll see same thing, black patch, red text, Cactus Jack branding. But if you look on the left foot, you'll notice you have the black patch with the Fragment Design branding with the white text. And if you look at the high top, you'll see the same thing, right side Travis Scott branding, red text, and then left side on the foot, you'll notice Fragment patch with the white text. So on the high top and the low top, everything was identical. Right foot, left foot, same patches, same design, same execution. But then on the new release, they didn't add the Fragment patch on the left foot. Another design element that I noticed from the 2021 low top compared to the 25 low top, they have the Travis Scott branding with the Cactus Jack right here, classic like we always see on the Air Jordan 1s. If you notice, that branding is actually in 3M reflective material for the text. But if you notice on these, it's just more of a sail colored print, kind of glossy a little bit, but it doesn't reflect on the inside of the foot. So for me, another premium hit on the original release and kind of a takedown on the new release. I'm assuming the cost of the leather and the materials on the upper is a reason why they might have to do some tweaks and different takedowns on certain elements of the shoe, but again, I'm not exactly sure. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And just so you guys have a reference, on the inside of the high top, this is a white glossy text, not a 3M, but again, I was comparing the low tops because you would assume they would do something considerably similar. Also, like I was talking about at the beginning of the video when it comes to the box, remember we were talking about the presentation? So this is the high top box. It was all royal blue box with the white text, and then they had the black text on the shroud, and this one has black text as well with the royal blue logos and the sail colored box. So with the 2021 low top box, again, you'll notice different switch up on the colors and then a different switch up on the text, but they kept similar consistencies between the high top and the low top on the actual shroud of the box on these in particular. And you can see from those photos right there with the shoes in the boxes, all of them, you'll kind of you get where we're going here. They just have some small tweaks, but I like how they did it. So hopefully this gives you guys a better detailed look at the Travis Scott Fragment 1s, and let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, if this is worth having the collection or not, fire or trash, all those different things. Now I posted a poll, I posted a couple different polls to see if the shoe was fire or trash, and this is what the people said. 80% of the people chose fire and 20% of the people chose trash. Typically with a rating like this is not a sneaker of the year conversation type shoe. Might be in people's top 10s, but definitely not one of the best shoes of the year. It's gonna have to fall in that 90 to 92 percentile to kind of potentially be in that conversation as top 3 sneakers of the year. That's just based off of previous releases and how we've seen poll results and how things kind of equal out. Do you think this is an accurate representation of this shoe? Do you think that the shoe is worth, I don't know what they're going for now, like $2,000 or something like that? Do you think they're gonna go down? What are your predictions of the time of the release? We see a lot of these Travis Scotts, they're hitting for a crazy amount. I get it, it's a Fragment collaboration, but then they start to go down. They become way more affordable, $300, $400, $500, and then eventually over time they start rising back up and pushing towards $1,000 in time, a year or 2 years later. So could this see that same trend? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's just kind of what I have seen over the years from previous releases. Again, very neutral, very easy to rock colorway. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people can't rock all white shoes. I get that as well. They say they can't make things go with the blue, which I think you could still low-key rock a lot of stuff with the blue. That's just my opinion. I think worth having in the collection, but again, depending on the price. So let me know what y'all think. Now, the next question I have for people was, which one's the best out of the 3? 23% of the people chose the high top, 65% of the people chose the original low top, and 11% of the people chose the new low top. Do you think this is an accurate representation based off of the percentages? Let me know down below in the comment section. So that's gonna do it. Again, we're very close to 400,000 subscribers, so make sure you guys hit that sub button so we can do this giveaway. I'll see y'all in another one.
I would never let you down, it's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I would never let you down, it's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I was made for it, it's in the DNA.